Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cougs Chaos. This is an exciting podcast. My name is Jack Zimmerman. I'm here with my co-host,
Logan Prowse.
And we got some fun guests today. I'll let you introduce them.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited for this episode. First off, we have a WSU alum. This man has been in the construction industry for what seems like decades. He is the husband to my mother, the father to my brother. 18 years ago, I came from his genitalia. It is the man, the myth, the legend, David Prowse.
Hey, thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for
All
coming.
next up,
Quite an intro.
we have current WSU student, also in the construction industry. Some say he's older, but he's definitely not smarter. Ladies, he is single. It is Dylan Prowse.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dylan.
That's not very flattering,
Thank you.
but all right.
Thank you.
Taking shots at us.
All righty. Welcome to
Very
it.
excited. You
Welcome-
guys are our first guests.
Do you
Welcome to
think
the
this
show.
will give me any women, though?
It might.
I
After
mean,
this.
probably.
All right.
So again, we're super excited to have you guys on. We kind of just want to start off the bat by doing a little interview part. So Dylan, we'll start off with you. Since you are currently going to WSU, you are living in Pullman though. We just kind of want to get your thoughts on how classes are going so far. We've already expressed how ours are. I'm assuming yours will be close to ours.
Yeah, so mine obviously aren't very different. I'm just doing it in a different part of the state. A lot of time sitting in my house, sitting in my room, going to class. But other than that, campus is pretty quiet. I mean, stuff's still going on, but it's definitely a little different than the years before.
Yeah.
Our campus, like buildings, like libraries and stuff, still open?
I don't know about the library, but most of the buildings are closed.
Okay.
So, like, you can go in the Cub and stuff like that, but like specific buildings, no, it's all locked up. You can't get in there.
Knowing that this is your senior year, are you kind of bummed out that it's not normal, or is it
I'm a little bummed, but also I've done it for 3 years.
kind of just
So
want to be done?
It's kind of nice to relax and not really have to do anything.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So now we're gonna ask both of you. We'll start with Dylan. What is your favorite sports memory?
Man, I gotta say,
Is this just straight up sports
Just
memory?
just- Sports
straight up,
memory?
yeah, straight up.
All
favorite
right.
sports memory.
I gotta say, probably the Seahawks win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I mean, it's only graced Seattle once, and I remember I was in high school, I think, early high school, and beat the Broncos, and obviously a crazy game. And then when they announced the parade was coming, that was even cooler. And you go and call up the school, hey, Dylan won't be making it to school today.
He's sick.
He's not feeling well. And I go,
What a
"Oh,
dad.
fine."
What a
Yeah,
dad.
some guy.
So that I will agree. That parade was
I
pretty
didn't get
cool.
to go to that parade.
It was
Really, man, it was awesome. I remember going up there, but it was
Cold.
freezing.
Remember how cold it was?
Stood there forever. And I remember I have a Brandon Mebane jersey, and the only other Brandon Mebane jersey I've ever seen, we were sitting on the edge of the parade, and before it starts, this chick's came running from like 2 blocks away from the other side of the road. Oh my gosh, I have Brandon Mebane.
She gave you a hug.
She gave me a hug, and I was just like wide-eyed.
you're like freshman in high school.
know,
Like,
I was
She's like a middle schooler. She's a college girl.
I was like,
She gave you a
oh,
hug.
yeah.
boy.
Well, now you're on a podcast. You'll probably be coming back.
Yeah, I know. I bet. You know, Brandon Mebane, it works.
You should ask. Hey, I was the little kid with Brandon Mebane.
I heard you're listening to this.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that parade before I was going. I told my teacher that I was going to it, and she's like, "Oh, if you get me a signed football by any of the players, you'll get an A in the class." So that whole parade, I'm like, "When can I throw a football up to him?"
And then you're sitting there like, man, if I get to sign football, is the A worth it, or do I
Yeah,
take
no
this
doubt.
thing?
Yeah.
I don't want that
Knock you on the
football.
ball. Yeah,
So,
that was pretty cool.
Dad, what would your favorite sports memory? You
Well,
said?
mine's probably like everybody my age would be Edgar Martinez double in '95. One of the greatest moments ever. Mariners were out of it, but then came back and to beat the Yankees and ultimately lose to Indians. But that Edgar double would be by far.
Yeah.
But I have one that's not locally Seattle based.
Yeah.
Would be when Nolan Ryan plunked Robin Ventura as a rookie. And Robin
Oh, yeah.
Ventura charges the mound.
How old
proceeded
was
to get his But
How old was Nolan
Kids.
Ryan at that?
like 87.
Still
And
throwing
grabbed
heat.
him like a cow. You don't charge a guy who wrestles cows. You don't charge a Hall of Famer for one thing.
As a rookie too.
I know. And then to proceed to get your ass handed to you. Oh, that was probably one of the best. But
Man, I remember I've seen videos and you're thinking he's like, man, where is the whole bench at? Like,
yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
I'm getting beat
Yeah.
right now. Like,
Where-
when is
But
somebody
they're on the
else
bench.
gonna get in?
They're on the
Somebody pull
bench.
this guy off of me.
I know
I
what
didn't
the-
mean to charge him. I didn't mean to charge. Yeah.
You're
So
gonna charge,
mad.
you gotta win the fight.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta-
gotta. I'm a rookie.
Or at least get a hit in at
Yeah,
least.
he did, and he got proceeded to put in a headlock and got pounded.
Oh, man.
All right. Next, since you both are Dylan, you're about to graduate, and Dad, you already graduate. What is your favorite WSU memory?
Mine?
You can
Yeah,
go
let's
first.
Am I going first
Let's
this
start
time?
with you.
Let's start with you.
All
Start
right.
with Dylan both times.
1992 Apple Cup, baby.
There you go.
The snowball.
Snowball.
Bledsoe to Bobo. Gosh, that was the best. It was snowing like crazy. Cougs came out and pounded them. I think it ended up 42-23.
Wow.
Actually, but that was one of the best. It was. I remember there. My parents came over for the Apple Cup. We're sitting there snowing like crazy. There was a bunch of obnoxious Husky fans in front of us, and the girl was so obnoxious when the game started. She was drunk as all get up, and by the time it was over, she was throwing up in her seat,
Oh, man.
and they had to carry her out. And
Oh.
everybody cheered by Pukums, but. Yeah, that was the best. 92 Apple Cup.
Were you living on campus at the time, or were you off?
I was living in a duplex off campus.
Okay.
Yep. But it snowed. It was so cold. One of the best games.
I'm sure that.
And that's where they always show it when they play. Who's it? Andy Grammer? Is that
Yeah. Find
Oh,
your way back
yeah.
home.
your way
Where
back
Bobo's
home.
dive, because it was two. It was like C.J. Davis and Philip Bobo crossed, and Bobo got it, and they slid
Sliding
into the
out of
snowbank.
it. Yeah.
And then Bledsoe running down the field, pumping his fist.
Every home game they show.
Ah, it's one of the best memories
Keep
ever,
going.
by far.
Dylan, what would you say as a current student, more recent than?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I think for sure college game day. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's got to be the biggest thing that's happened at WSU while I was there. And I'll
Well, you were there. Well, Eddie, it's the only time it's ever happened.
Well, yeah, obviously,
That's
but it's not
huge.
the craziest thing that's happened there ever. But so I remember, man, it was Friday night before, and obviously Friday night you're partying, you're drinking a little bit, and we're like, yeah, 3 a.m, we'll get in line. We want to be up front, and I texted Blaze like, hey, we're going at 1 instead. I'm like, shit. So we're
1 in
like,
the morning.
1 a.m. to go get in line.
Ouch.
And we're like, well, let's just leave at 12:30. Let's leave at 12. And so we're like still been partying, and we get dressed and go sit in line. We're standing there, and one of the buddies I was with, he was sitting there like, man, I'm hungry. He calls up Jimmy John's, and Jimmy John's drives through the roadblocks. And hello, got a sandwich. Gets delivered, and got up there. We were in the second row, and man, it was crazy. It was electric. It was crazy. And then
You were inside the gate, like there.
yeah, in the pit out there, right? Where you see in the background, that was the second row back. We had to sign up and everything, and man, we ran back at like 8 in the morning. We were like, man, we gotta go to sleep. And so we went to bed and woke up like an hour before game time. Like, oh man, and so grabbed beers, go run back out there. And then watched Cougs beat Ducks, which again
that was just a
Yeah.
good game.
That was
the cherry on top. And then you go back and just rinse and repeat and start drinking again. Keep the partying going.
I couldn't imagine. It was Bledsoe who flew in, right?
Yeah, we even saw
Well, he was the guest.
Yeah.
the guest pick, and you could even see his private jet land a couple hours before. And we're like, what the heck?
Who's
It's like
that?
6 in the morning. Who's taking a jet out here? But yeah, it was pretty crazy experience.
That would have been cool to see.
All right. I think our last question for you guys. What is the most embarrassing memory you've ever had? Dad, you can go first.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
You'd have to do something stupid to be embarrassed.
Yeah, you
I don't
never.
do stupid things. Wow. All right. I don't know if it's kind of embarrassing. I would say it's embarrassing. Kind of a shot to my ego. Whistler. We were up at Whistler. I don't know if you guys remember. We were up skiing and snowboarding.
We were there.
Yes, you guys were there. And you guys might have been just little guys. And I snowboard on an Arbor snowboard, wood grain. It kind of stands out. Doesn't. And at the time, they were early on, and
It's a pretty unique board.
Yeah, it was unique. And I remember we were in a restaurant eating. We'd skied and snowboarded down, and we were eating. And I went out to get our stuff, and my board was on a rack, and there was these younger 20-something people. Do you remember this? 20-something boys and girls, or men and women, college kids standing around the thing. And I walk over, and I'm like, okay, and I grab my board, and one of the young ladies says, "Oh my gosh, is that your board?" And I'm like, we're thinking, yes, it is my board.
Sure is.
Yes, it is.
My name's David Crouch.
Yeah, hey, you guys want to touch it? You know, and proceeded to say, "Man, that is so cool. That is so good." And I'm just, man, cock of the walk. And then she turns to her friend and she says, "My dad would love that board."
Oh.
I'm like, ouch. So I tail between the legs, walk away. So,
your dad's probably got a cool tasty
that's
board.
what I should have said. I want to meet your dad. He's probably a hell of a guy. Yeah, so not embarrassing, just kind of put me in my place. So,
Dylan, any college girls?
Reject
you?
Wow.
Hey, you remind me of my dad.
I got plenty of those, but I won't bring those up. Man, I've done plenty of embarrassing things, but I think one that is actually kind of good stories. My freshman year, where I didn't rush.
You know it's a good story when it starts out.
I know.
My freshman year.
Man, there's a lot of stories about that. I didn't rush, so I wasn't in a frat. And so we're like Friday night, we're like, man, we gotta find a party. Like we gotta, we're freshmen, we gotta do something. And so we I won't say the house's name or whatever, but we were going to it. And one of my buddies who was a pledge there was manning the door. He was on SoPro, and we're like, "Hey man, can you get us in? Can you get us in?" And he's like, "Sorry guys, I can't." It's like, all right, whatever. And this specific house happened to have windows that were just about 2 feet off the ground.
Oh.
And so we're like, man, like we're trying to party, and those windows are open in this room. And for whatever reason, we had a backpack full of beer. And it didn't make much sense that we were bringing beer to a party. Especially
you were like, "Oh no, I don't want any of yours. I got my own."
It wasn't a house party or anything.
Came prepared.
Yeah, I don't know what.
This was BYOB, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, man. And so
Maybe you should have told the guy at the door that. He probably would have
like,
"Hey, I brought beer."
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have enough.
It probably would have worked. So we go and we're climbing through the window, and I'm wearing it's August, and so I got a t-shirt and cargo shorts on, and man, we take one step over this windowsill, and I'm sitting there like, holy hell. I think I just tore my pants.
You were wearing shorts at the time.
Oh, yeah, I was in shorts and t-shirt. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell do I do? I'm already in here, and my cargo shorts are like front to back.
Sack, baby.
Torn in half. And I was like, oh. And so then we go and we get in, and we in this room, and there's a chick sitting on the bed. like just like hanging out in this room. And we were like, man, what are we gonna do? Like we just frozen. And she goes, what do you guys think you're doing? And I'm like, well, we're just coming to party. She's like, what's in the bag? We got some beer. We're all proud that we're bringing beer to the party. She's like, well, can I have some beer? And we're like, yeah, I mean, there's an entire bar upstairs, but here are 2 bush lights.
You see, I'll trade you for some duct tape.
Yeah, right, no, please. Hey, those Lululemons would work too. I'll take anything.
I just need something to cover.
And so we go, and she gives the beer. She's like, all right, guys, see ya. And we walk through the house, and our buddies, still running the door, and he looks at us and shakes his head. He's like that. And man, I kept partying. I had those shorts for 2 years, pinned up on the wall. They're kind of a trophy. It was a good night.
Framed up.
Yep.
Oh, gosh, that's fun. All right. So this next segment that we have for today's show is I think we're gonna call it Florida Man, Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah, we're very excited for this segment.
Yeah, this should be fun. So Jack and I have compiled a list of Florida Man headlines, which are like newspaper headlines that are just the absolute craziest things. And so what we have done is we have come up and we're going to tell you 3 headlines, and 2 of them are true and 1 of them is a lie that we came up with.
All right.
And we want you guys, you can work as a team, but we want you guys to try to figure out which one the lie
Oh yeah,
is.
we're a team.
Okay, we're gonna start here. We got the first headline: Naked Florida man chases people and cops around a Chick-Fil-A parking lot, telling them they're gay for looking at his penis. The next
Okay.
headline
All right.
is
I can see that happening.
the next headline is Florida man and his 2 friends rob a drugstore of $320,000 in pills. Take precautions like wearing surgical gloves so they don't leave prints. But they empty pill bottles out the window their getaway car, which the cops follow like breadcrumbs to their front door.
Man,
Oh.
all right.
And the final headline: Florida man arrested after trying to pull over an undercover cop in a stolen police vehicle.
All right. So if we go first with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a pretty clean establishment. They run a pretty tight ship out there. I couldn't imagine that Chick-fil-A is letting too much go on out there. I mean, if he does one naked lap, maybe he'd get away. But you think, my pleasure, my pleasure. You know how often they say that? You think how fast those guys are saying, like, herding them out of there? So,
Was he in the parking lot though? He
was in the parking
oh,
lot.
I know. I'm saying property. Chick-fil-A
you-
defends that
yeah?
property out
Oh,
there.
wow. All right.
So you think that one's
That's what
I'm
you're
leaning
towards?
towards
Are
that.
you?
But, all right, let's
So
talk.
I could see. Oh, I don't know. Would guys really dump the pills out the car? And would a cop be able to look down the road and see pills like breadcrumbs?
That's true. I do see some truth in that, where if you are that careful, you're wearing gloves, you're wearing everything.
Yeah, you're not throwing your stuff.
I feel like you would be awfully, at least Ziploc bag. You gotta seal those things
And
up.
what was the headline number 3?
The headline number 3 was Florida man arrested after trying to pull over an undercover cop in a stolen police vehicle.
I could see that happening. I could see that being true.
All right,
If
so
you're dumb enough to drive a cop car, fake cop
You're dumb
car,
enough
you're
to
dumb
call-
enough to pull somebody over.
a cop car.
Yeah.
all right.
No.
You know, but you're right.
We need
If-
one fake one, right?
Yeah, one
I'll
fake.
say the middle one. Stealing the pills.
Yeah, steal the pills. That's what we're going as a
You
team.
think that's the fake one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is wrong.
you guys are incorrect.
The headline that we made up is Florida man arrested after trying to pull over an undercover cop in a stolen police
Wow.
If think about this first, a Florida man naked Florida man in a Chick-fil-A parking lot chases people and cops, telling them they're gay, chasing at them naked. Is
And
that
that's true?
That's true.
That's true.
As long as so is the pill bottle.
So I guess we would have thought that was. We thought that one was true.
Yeah, you guys.
I'm a little. I mean, it's a little discouraging. Chick-fil-A wasn't out there faster than
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, I know.
I think.
Still,
Well, maybe-
Well, they didn't want to be gay.
Yeah, true. You know what?
You're a little miffed with their security
Yeah.
procedures.
Well, it does say he was chasing people and cops. Maybe they tried to take him out,
yeah.
and he started running at him.
Maybe every time they put him in chokehold, they could call him gay.
Man,
Oh, you're right. You
Yeah.
got me.
Florida's a weird place out there.
Wow. All right.
All right.
So, man. Okay.
So the next that we have, so the first one is Florida man caught stealing a car when he crashed it going through a Taco Time drive-through.
So we stole a car and crashed it through a drive-through.
Yes.
That's how
Okay.
he
He
got
went
caught.
through a drive-through and then crashed it.
So did he crash it into Taco Bell, or he
I
got
think
Taco
so.
Bell and then
I think he crashed it.
No,
in-
he crashed it like in the drive.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
in the
gotcha,
drive.
gotcha.
You made it up. Tell us where you get your car.
Okay. Florida mother-in-law says wrong name of bride during speech. says that the husband's ex name during speech.
Ooh, I can see that happening.
And then 40-year-old Florida man sues parents after they throw out $29,000 worth of his porn collection.
$29,000.
They just think about that. He has $29,000 worth of porn.
Sues his own
Can't you get that
parents
stuff for
it.
free online?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you can also buy it.
$29,000. That's collector's items. Right?
that's vintage
one of a
Playboy.
kind
Yeah.
rarity.
He could have bought Russian Bride for that, couldn't he?
Man,
Bought it for real.
I think that one's real.
All right. I'm
Throwing
going
out,
with you.
throwing out a figure like $29,000.
Yeah. I'm going to let you pick this one. I picked the last one and was completely off.
Okay, so
So what do we have? We have a Taco Bell guy wrecking a car.
and then what was the second one?
What was part 2?
It was the Florida mother-in-law says the wrong name
yeah.
during her.
These are all pretty realistic.
I think this could happen. All could happen in Florida.
I'm saying Taco Bell is the fake one.
All right. I'll go with you because you went with me on the first one.
You guys are correct. That
Yeah.
was the one you made up. That was
Nice
right.
job.
Man, you think if you're stealing a car like that, like you're gonna drive safely, Taco Bell.
But
These
still,
guys
I think the
probably
We're
fact
going to go Chick-Fil-A and see the naked guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Throwing away $29,000.
think of how much that is.
And
That
he
is-
sued his own parents because of it.
Did he win?
I don't know. And
Hey,
the,
can we get a follow-up?
well,
win
next
suit?
episode.
Gets
And
$35,000.
if you read more into the mother-in-law one too, the wife says that she has never gotten an apology from it, and it was like a 10-minute long speech.
Oh,
I don't
her-
think it was an accident. I think
Oh well, she
Freudian
just,
slip.
I think she didn't like the new
that
wife.
could have been.
Hey,
That could have
Freudian
been.
slip. She
Probably.
wanted the other girl.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
I guess it worked.
What?
So you guys got one wrong and one right. So this is the tiebreaker.
Oh,
All
okay.
Let's see
right,
what
rubber
you guys
match.
Okay.
Let's go.
We're gonna start with
Put on our thinking
Florida
hats.
man arrested for practicing karate by kicking swans in the head. Okay. Next,
Alright.
Florida man high on bath salts arrested after trying to steal $430 worth of goods at a gas station while using a live crocodile as a weapon. And the final is Florida man causes $100,000 in damage to Walmart liquor store under construction with hot-wired forklift. Gives police his name as Alice Wonderland and says a hookah-smoking caterpillar told him to do it.
Wow.
We were pulling up this one.
Man.
This is
the
for
stuff.
all the
For
marbles.
all the
I
marbles.
know.
All the marbles.
So
God.
Okay,
People
my
in
thing-
Florida are nuts.
my
man.
thing with the bath salts one,
Yeah.
is
Can
for
you get hopped up on bath salts?
oh yeah. And for
Okay.
all
It's a
of my
crazy,
experience with
crazy
bath
drug.
salts, which is very low.
Just say, have you ever taken a bath?
Yeah, okay, well, Epsom salts. But I feel like you're pretty removed from everything at that point. Are you really like robbing a store if you are like cracked out?
He's a
So what do
Florida
you
man.
do with bath salts?
You smoke them? I think, I don't know.
All right.
Probably.
I'll go with that.
Okay, well, what was our first
I think
one?
you can ingest bath salts multiple ways.
Really?
Yeah, I think you can like
Inject them and
eat
eat them.
them and smoke them. Yeah.
So and then
It's a
the first
crazy
What
drug.
was
first one
number one?
was man arrested for practicing karate by kicking swans in the head.
See, but also,
And then the-
swans are pretty agile.
No, you'd have to.
But
be
they are
some-
aggressive too, so they
Serious.
might get close
Like
enough.
geese. I remember when a geese chased me and my grandmother down.
Yeah.
If I knew karate then, well, that better watch out.
Wow.
All right, you pick this
You'd
one.
have ripped your pants.
I know, man, twice.
Which one are you guys gonna go
What
with?
do you think?
Oh gosh, I think these Florida people are crazy.
They're capable of anything.
Yeah.
Or $100,000 at the last one?
Yeah. So his Florida man causes $100,000 in damage to a Walmart liquor store under construction with a hot-wired forklift. He gives his police a name as Alice Wonderland and says a hookah-smoking caterpillar told him to do it.
There's a lot of detail in that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if these two could have come up with that much detail. I guess if I'd have to go, I would think the swan kicker.
Okay.
But
Swan kicker.
So you're saying that's the lie?
yeah, wait, but
The most real, like, most normal one is the least crazy
The
one.
least craziest stuff.
that's kind of where I'm going. I think Florida people. I'm
They
not
don't-
anything against Florida people. I've never been there, but They're crazy.
I think if they do it, they do it all.
So what do you think?
I'll go Swan.
We gotta go together with this.
All right, let's do
Just
it.
rub
I mean,
it in.
you guys can disagree.
No, we're in this far. Oh, we should disagree on this one.
And then one of us.
One
One of
wins
you
and one of us
might
doesn't.
win and one of you
Wow.
might lose.
Okay, so I'm
Divide and
saying
conquer.
saying the convenience store one.
Bath salts.
The
Bath
salt one.
salts.
So you're saying the bath salt's the lie, and you're saying the Swan's the lie.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan is right.
Yeah, we made up the bath
The
salts.
bath salt one is a lie.
Man,
Alice Wonderland is still at large.
I know my bath salts.
Why didn't you take me with you on that journey? Why didn't
the
you
Allison
divide
one.
us? Why didn't you say no, Dad? The bath salts. I didn't even know you could get hopped up on bath salts.
It's what the kids are doing nowadays.
That's a crazy,
Goodness
crazy
gracious. All right.
All right.
I'm
so
going to Florida.
our
It
last.
sounds like you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
Basically.
Or try.
Well, everyone we just said was arrested.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do anything.
You can
but
try.
don't get
There
away
was
with it.
seriously a guy kicking swans.
Yeah, he was practicing.
Quick kicking Swans in the head.
He's got to be. What is this, Bruce Lee? Like, dang.
I mean, I'd pay to see that video.
Oh,
Yeah. Cop body cam on that.
So our last segment we want to do with you guys is going to be coming back from our first episode, which is Would You Rather. Our listeners, we heard a lot of feedback that they liked it, so we decided to bring it back, and this time with our guest. So we will have you guys answer it, and we'll give our opinion. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And so first one is, would you rather randomly time travel into the future 20 years or possibly into the past 20 years every time you fart, or teleport to a different place on Earth every time you sneeze? It's only going to be land, not water.
Yeah, they're not gonna just throw you in the
Get
middle of the ocean.
drowned.
So
Yeah,
wait,
I
I'm just going to, if I sneeze, I'm staying in this time
Yes.
and I just go somewhere else.
Yes.
Completely random though.
Wow, that could get expensive coming back home.
Or you just
Or
keep
sneeze
tickling
again,
it.
until you're lucky.
sneeze again.
Until you're
That's
lucky.
what happens. Like if you sneeze twice in a row, you just go to someplace really quick.
Wow.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Feel free.
I'd go sneezing for sure, because I think I have more control. Other than, I think I could sit there with Pepper or something like that, and if I accidentally sneeze because I've got a cold, sit there. Hopefully my second one comes a little
Close.
closer, and if it doesn't, man, I'm just gonna keep going
Until you're at least in
until
the
I
same
get like,
state.
yeah, within, if we can get in the nation, I'll be happy with that. A little traveling, but man, if I farted and I went back in time, and then
And keep going
if I
back.
had Taco Bell the night before, and it's like 6 times in a day, holy hell, I could be in like the
120 years.
1800s, like.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would sneeze.
And I feel like you can control your sneezes better than you can control your farts.
Yeah, but at least I know if I sneezed, I could call my wife and say, "Hey, I'm in Germany.
Yeah.
I'll be home in a second."
Unless you sneeze on your way out. You finally get home and you're like,
Yeah, I know. You got one more.
Damn it.
Sneeze! Yeah, because I would hate to. Yeah, if you farted and went back and then forward, I mean, you might not ever come back.
Yeah.
So at least, yeah, if I sneezed, I'm at least in the.
All right. Would you rather have everything you draw become real, but you're permanently terrible at drawing, or be able to fly, but only as fast as you can walk? Do you understand?
Oh wow!
So how terrible are we talking? How
How
bad?
bad a drawer am I?
Like
stick figures.
yeah, and like two like whatever. I don't
I mean, like basically an average like elementary school or even lower.
Man.
I'm
like,
thinking
just
even in
bad.
the option to fly in slow motion would be cool.
I think
Like
so.
3 miles an hour.
Yeah,
But
I
I
would
think you
show
could go
you that.
high too.
Yeah, it doesn't limit how high you can
Oh,
go. You can
yeah,
you can
see,
only go 3
That
miles
would
an
be cool.
hour.
'Cause I don't even really fly anywhere. Just go up and check stuff out.
It'd
Yeah.
be different if I could be like an artist.
No, you're
Or
not.
like-
You're a shitty drawer.
I know,
That's it.
but if I was, then I'd go for it. But I gotta fly. I mean, because I mean, what am I gonna draw a shitty stick sword and have it in real life? Like it's
or
like a
do a portrait of me.
You're the guy from Goonies.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, no, I think flying, any kind of flying would be cool.
yeah.
It'd be a cool party trick. Hey, watch
Man,
this.
I would have ripped my
Want to
pants.
see someone fly really
Hey.
slow?
You see my snowboard, but watch this.
Yeah. Hey, girls, your dad likes snowboard. Can you do this?
All right. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Lose the ability. to lie.
Yeah. See, I'm with you too.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Because I don't want to be gullible.
no, people would take advantage of
Oh
you too.
yeah, they would.
And realistically, there are people in the world who don't lie.
Yeah.
They're just brutally honest.
Yeah.
And like, I got respect for people like that.
Yeah, I'd rather be brutally honest than be like,
Okay.
yeah, okay. You got to give money to this. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's a good one. Would you rather? This is interesting. Would you rather experience the beginning of planet Earth or the end?
Oh crap!
So how it was created, or how it's
Sweet,
gonna
but
end?
Jesus.
Right.
No, I don't want to be at the end. I'm gonna start things off. I'm a
Yeah.
starter.
But well,
See,
okay, let's think about this. Am I gonna go on as I am right now?
Ooh, or is
Well,
it
do
like
you get
from a
to-
spacesuit view?
Like if
looking
I
at-
go back to the beginning of time, am I obviously there weren't
The
immediately
smartest guy
humans,
on
but
earth.
like am I sitting here like holy shit, how am I gonna charge my phone? Like,
Well, I don't know if you're like permanently time traveling. You just get to go experience.
Oh,
it
and then
come
come back.
oh,
That's how I interpret
Okay,
it.
yeah. So you get to come back.
See,
I
I was going into it bringing the wheel. Gonna
Yeah.
show them what's up.
You guys all
hey
speed
fellas,
some things
let's
up.
get speed up here, man. You guys heard anybody heard of Google?
yeah.
Let's
But
keep
there
rolling.
was no living organism there for.
I think we're closer to the world ending than
What?
beginning. And I mean that's just my guess. Obviously,
Wow,
I'm
I'm
not.
glad you're
No,
not
I
drawing
think that's
pictures.
true because I think
But
I
see,
think we're
Right.
already supposed. I thought scientists said like the sun will like explode and destroy the Earth in like 3 billion years or something,
Yeah.
which is still crazy. But the Earth is like 5 billion years old, so it is technically closer.
And I think obviously when the world ends, hopefully everything's different. So we're farther in the future. But I think it would be so surreal to see just like maybe just a different landscape, something like you read about, something that like you learn about in school, but something that you never.
So you going back?
I
in
go
time?
back for sure.
All right.
Also, the end would be pretty depressing.
yeah, but the end you don't know how it's. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because we kind of have an idea of how it started, but we have no idea how it's going to end.
And I don't
But
want to
can
find
come
out.
back and tell you guys that stuff.
Don't tell me.
I'm going to.
Okay, so our next question is: Would you rather reverse one decision you make every day, like at the end of the day, or be able to stop time for 10 seconds every day?
Do those pile on, guy? If I don't use it,
No, you have to use
I
it.
have to stop. For
Well,
10
you don't
seconds.
have to use it, but you won't get.
You
20
won't get-
seconds. the
Yeah,
next
I
day.
gotcha.
I'd probably reverse the decision. I don't need to stop time.
And I feel like if you reverse a decision, you could stop, like, or you could change more.
You
than
could
10
stop
seconds.
like if
Yeah.
if you're using. I feel like the only time you'd have to stop is to like save your life if some crazy shit is about to happen.
Yeah.
But if you reverse a decision, like let's not go to the bank today.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
that's
You're
saving
not
like
there.
45
Or
minutes.
not
off your
cross
day.
the street there where that bus hits. me.
Yeah, and that's even like if you.
Yeah. I'm changing the decision.
See, and I think that stopping time is pretty novelty if it's for 10 seconds. Like it's not like that's useful
what are you
really,
actually doing?
especially if you don't know what's gonna happen. Like how would you know stop it? But I think I would double check every single thing I ever did in my life though. If I had to go back and forth,
Yeah.
like I'd never be content with a decision.
Yeah.
Like I have a pretty good mindset right now that like whatever I do right now is like what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like when I make a decision, it's also just how I trick myself into being good with making decisions. But I would definitely do it as well. It'd be a different world.
Okay. Our next question is: Would you rather run or be able to run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
Well, I'm going back to flying.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think I would probably want to run.
100 miles an hour, I'd hit something. I
Well,
couldn't
well,
see
is
that
it
far
like
in front of me.
control it?
Is it like the Flash where you like everything else is in slow motion and you're just running at 100 miles?
Well,
an
when
hour?
you're driving at 100 miles per hour, you can control that. So if you're running, can't you control it too?
But not if I'm on a sidewalk with a bunch of people.
Well,
Running
then
through the
don't run through-
neighborhood.
Yeah, don't run
Run
through
through the neighborhood. No, I'm still going with that fly
Alright,
thing.
I can-
Even if it's slow or fast, I'm flying.
I think the biggest thing is if it is like I could slow down. If like if I'm aware running 100, I do that. But if I'm, because you think how often can you drive 100? You have to be on a highway or a straight strip of road.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that casually, like with people. You'd be like, hey, watch this, and you'd hit a tree on
So
accident.
is 100 my top speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could I like slow it down
Yeah.
and just take Usain Bolt?
I would say, yeah.
Just say-
Just a
Slow
jog.
it
Yeah.
down.
Hey, keep it up.
I would say, I mean, you can interpret these however you want. So if you want to be able to run from anywhere from 0 to 100, then you can.
You know,
And
See,
say,
I run like 13, you know, just casually.
number.
My jog is a sprint.
yeah, I think I'm still flying.
So did you choose flying, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm gonna choose flying too.
Okay. Next question, second to last. Would you rather speak all languages or be able to speak to all animals?
Ooh,
Wow,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's Jesus.
See,
That's
it's
a tough
kind of
one.
like, do you want to be able to communicate with every person
Yeah.
or every animal?
Every human or every animal?
I think I'll go first. I think I'm going language.
Really?
I think I would, if I start finding out what dogs and animals are saying, it's gonna freak me out.
It would also maybe hurt your feelings. I mean,
Probably.
who knows how mean cats are.
I
Yeah,
know,
no, man. And my dog, like, I think she loves me. And if
Everybody
I find out
says
she
it's
doesn't,
your best friend,
I
and they
know.
probably think you're just a big
Yeah.
dipshit.
yeah.
Don't just feed me
Yeah.
and leave me
Hey, I'm
alone.
hungry.
And I think it would be, man, you think of the job opportunities. You
Well,
could
yeah, and
speak every
realistically,
language.
Oh,
if,
that's
you can, if you
true.
can talk to animals, I mean, it's cool, but no one even knows it's true.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like,
you-
okay.
You're
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
There could
So-
be people out there that do it right now.
Yeah.
So
you just
if you
will
can
never
talk,
trust
if
them.
you can speak every single language, I think that would be
Then
awesome.
they think you're brilliant, but if you say, "Hey, did you hear what that dog just said about you?" They're gonna, whoa.
They're gonna think you're a Florida man on bath salts.
I
Yeah,
know.
exactly. We're gonna get you a sleeveless jacket here, buddy.
I would definitely go speak every
Yeah, I would
language.
definitely too. Give me the languages.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Okay, final question.
Oh, great. I'm nervous.
Would you rather be able to read minds or accurately predict the future?
Predict the future.
I'm picking the future.
You think
too.
so?
Yeah, hell yes.
If you-
I would live at a sports book, dude.
That's
Hey,
true.
folks, Downey
That's
misses
true.
this. You
Well, because being able to see the future and predict the future are different, right? Because if you're
Yeah.
predicting the future, you are creating the future.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're not,
Whatever
you, and
you
you
say
can't
will
say,
be
"Oh,
true.
how am I gonna die?"
Like whatever you say will be true. So yeah, it's not how will I die. You can tell the universe how you will die, and
I
that's
can
what.
see
will
I
happen.
also think if I'm reading people's minds, same thing with animals.
It-
It's
yeah.
gonna hurt my
Yeah,
I know.
It's just not.
and it's not like something you can change. And like read it and then be like, "Oh no,
it's
you should
stuff
think
you
this
don't
about
want to
me."
know.
And I know people don't like me, and I don't need to hear it out loud.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
like,
stuff you don't wanna
especially
know.
when
it
it's
wouldn't
like-
be out loud. It'd be in your own head.
I know.
They
Nevertheless,
really don't want it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you could win the lottery every time. You could
Yeah,
bet on
you
sports. You
could.
could get the biggest underdog payouts ever.
and you could live a semi-casual life.
In Vegas.
Well,
Next to
okay,
the
well,
sports
obviously,
book.
depending how you used it. But if you're reading people's minds, I think it would kind of drive you crazy,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
especially if you didn't have 100% control. Because
Like
like,
just like
there's,
start hearing.
there's like
people's
movies
thoughts.
where
Yeah.
like where they do it and they just, man, that would freak me out.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear what reading minds, what other people think.
Yeah, I would definitely want to predict the future.
all right. Well, I think that is all we have for this episode. We just want to thank you guys again for coming on. We
Yeah,
really
thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much for being our first.
First guest.
First
Yeah.
guest.
Do you guys have like any parting gifts for us?
We
Like a
might be
bottle
able
of
to find
whiskey or
something.
Cigar,
we might.
new pair of cargo shorts.
We don't have.
Yeah, no. Some duct tape, maybe.
Yeah, I know, man. Any sewing kit. Cougs Chaos. This is a great experience.
Yeah, and I hear you're not associated officially with.
We are not
We are,
affiliated.
we are a Cougar student podcast, not affiliated with university.
All right, but we can still say go Cougs.
Go
Yeah,
Cougs,
go
baby.
Cougs.
All right, go
Cougs,
Cougs,
baby.
Thank you for listening. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Cougs Chaos and email us at cougschaos@gmail.com for all your pointers and ideas. So, thank you for listening.
Thank you.